Hello and welcome back to Isola.design Festival, Isola TV and Designers for Lunch. Today we have a Venezuelan designer, Mariadela Araujo, as a guest. She will tell us more about her works, so I'm really excited to talk with her. Welcome, Mariadela.
Hello, hello.
Bienvenida.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Grazie.
How are you? I know you
Thank
speak
you for
Italian very well.
invitation. Well, this
But we have
time
to speak
in English, more international.
Thanks to you for accepting the invitation. And today we will introduce your studio, your work. And so I want to start actually from there. How do you define yourself and your projects?
Well, I'm quite. I don't want to define myself as an artist or as a designer. I know that it's difficult. I'm more defining myself as a maker because, well, I would like to construct things, but it happens sometimes that are just artworks, or sometimes are more useful, like a proper design to introduce in our living or in our life. But well, I'm formally trained as a fashion designer and as a visual artist. But then during my artistic or designer life, I've been working with different mediums. So as the weaving, and I found in the weaving process a beautiful tool to express myself. So I mix a little of everything to create my pieces and to start my small practice in my studio, my Mariadela Araujo studio.
And you mainly use textile for your work. Is it linked to the fact that you started with fashion? And why did you choose this material to express your creativity?
Well, I always been linked to fabrics and textiles. I think the person who introduced myself into this area, it was my grandmother. She was
Nice.
she was a maker as well, but she didn't know it. So she always been in her own studio, like a home studio, creating things, and also creating small objects for home. So it was really nice because she was very creative and innovating in a way. So pretty much it was that the introduction. But well, lately I start in my training, my formal training in visual arts. So I start to add some of the textiles and embroidery details into photography, into a sculpture. So then I moved to fashion because I want more, no, in a need. I need more like a technique. So I felt like a fashion will be bringing that to me. And after that, well, it was an explosion. So fabrics was always my link, no, to all my works.
It's nice because I see in your work, in your studio, there is a lot of contamination. There's a lot of experimentation. So I would like to ask you, how do you approach new projects? What is the design process in the creation of your new process or your new projects?
Well, it came in different ways. I used to, well, I have my notebook with a lot of drawings, ideas, and words that I just put it there, and then I embroidery a lot. So the embroidery works for me as a kind of a sketch project, and there I look more for the textures, the color combinations, and sometimes the idea or the idea came more clearly to translate to 3D, for example. And then, well, the everyday, I must say, sometimes I need an object, or in my everyday life, I need something that I, I couldn't find elsewhere. So I do it for myself. So
So you feel that need.
yeah, my
You see
need,
that
and
lack,
also I'm
and
the no, but as well I'm the first user, no? So
yeah.
about quality, I can test it myself and I can say, well, this is working, or this need to be changed, or actually materials in material speaking, I need to change to that to another one. So yeah, sometimes I work for me.
I think that there everywhere everything starts, because in the
Yeah,
end,
sure.
uh, when you think about a new business, a new opportunity, a new creative studio in this case, like you always start from a need. Like you see a need, you see an opportunity, and you do something that you really like. So you start doing it for yourself, and then if you are completely satisfied, you can share it with the rest of the world. So that's
Yeah, but actually the client also speak to me about their needs, so I can understand better, know if I'm also a user. So it's easy
yes.
that way to help the client to reach or to have a
What
really
they
good
want.
project. Yes.
That's exactly like I think the way to do it. Like, and actually we are gonna share your work even more and even better in the workshop we have scheduled for May 27th on our platform. We are really happy to host it. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And
Thank you.
what our users have to expect? What can they be able to do? What they will learn?
Well, I think this is an opportunity to be free for a bit. You know, I mean, I don't want to the participants expect to learn something. Just I want to them to experience a good time. Uh, just in a relationship with materials and their thoughts. It's a really nice way to just let the imagination go forward and just feel the feeling of the materials that you have and the input that I can give you, and just have a good time.
So just about freedom and creativity, and let themselves like go into this textile and colorful world. Like I'm really curious. I'm really curious.
Yes,
Um,
I feel like everyone knows how to use a needle with a thread. So I'm just giving the basics, but
the
the
input.
thing that I feel that enrich the experience is the personality of each one,
True.
the way that they could manage those materials in a very personal way.
Interesting. Like, and you're based in Barcelona, right?
Yes, at the moment I base here in Barcelona, but I work a lot. Where before COVID, I was moved, between Barcelona and Brussels.
Nice. And but you lived also in Italy, I know.
Yes, I was formally trained in Italy, in Rome, as a fashion designer.
I lived
So
in Rome too. It's a really beautiful city.
yeah, yeah, I feel like a Roman inside, because yeah, I was very young, and I have this
You're still very young,
moments.
Mariadela. So like it's the best part probably of our life. We should get the best from it. Like I'm really happy to have this possibility with the workshop, and I hope we can do something together also in Milan, because you
Sure.
also made amazing installations.
Yeah, I really love to work in public space, and also is a very special way to see the reaction of the viewer
Of people. That's true.
when they see those color combinations that sometimes they don't get it. I mean, sometimes I use unusual combinations, and people get well. I I see the reaction sometimes, like it's too bright, or it needs more color, or sometimes color blind people don't understand what is going on. So that is very interesting as well, because well, the idea is just to shock in a way
Yes, to get this
with
strong
color.
reaction.
Yes.
And actually, this is perfectly matching the theme we have this year for the event. Is we are what we design, because we want actually to move people, to give emotions, to make them understand like why designers make specific choices. And I think this can be really an interesting experiment to do in Isola in September. So we didn't talk about it before, but maybe after the live we can talk about it. I would be really happy to host an installation of you
Well,
like
thank you.
in Milan.
It will be amazing. I miss the festivals and all that kind of
We miss it too.
activities. But
Yes,
well,
that way to share like experiences, knowledges with people, with also other colleagues. Like I think it's really we're all missing it a lot, and I'm really happy that at least in September we can finally have that feeling again, that experience
yeah,
again.
we hope it.
Yeah. And we actually in the last days asked to our followers if they had any questions for you, and we have selected two questions. One is coming from a designer of our community, Lara, and she asks, "Where do you take inspiration from?"
Like I said before, it's more like an everyday thing. I mean, I'm kind of stop working even if I'm in a holiday, because I'm thinking always like ideas, or I'm, I love my job. I love to be a maker. So I think I don't have a nine to
A
five
specific.
moment. So it's
you
my
you can't
everyday.
stop creativity.
No,
And like you
sometimes
you
it's a
you get
problem.
when you're a
Sometimes.
creative person, yeah, because you always get inspired by anything you see. Like that's the beauty of doing this job, I think.
Yes, and sometimes I just have an idea, and that idea probably is not working at that time, but probably in 1 year or 1.5 or 2 years is the right moment, not to say, "Wow, that is perfect. Now I know how to make it, or develop that idea." And I think it's not like in one moment that you have uh, an inspiration. Is just all our lives
It
is
comes, it
connected to
comes,
that.
and you yes, maybe you keep it there for a year or two, and then you take it back. Then you find the right moment use it for a project, like
Yeah, exactly. Or probably a client came with a need, and that you have previously thought about it, but without to know that it was to be used in the future.
exactly. Also because things change, obviously the context change. So
Completely.
we just learned it very well with this pandemic. So
Completely. Yeah, after last year, I'm not surprised with anything else.
I
But
think
yes,
so. I
that
think so.
is a really interested approach. Like with yourself as a designer, to let go. No, sometimes some ideally kind of works. No, everything
Yeah, to say
changed.
no, this is not the right time.
Yeah,
There would be a better moment for it.
exactly.
So it's true. That's also about being a mature enough to grow with the experience. You understand it. I see it also myself on our projects. Like it's the same. At the beginning, you want to do everything, and then
So,
you
yeah.
you learn to choose the right project at the right time. As I said, we have another question from from a follower of the Instagram page. She asks, "What criteria do you use to combine colors?"
Uh, well, I'm from Venezuela, so I grew up with a very strong light and color environment. For well, is a way, no, to say the rhythm of the color in Latin America is quite different from the rhythm of the color of Europe or
Yeah,
North America. So I have this, like a very mixed information with my roots in color and with my training in color. So sometimes I feel like I need to apply more to the Caribbean side, and then, or other times, I need to just be more quiet or more traditional when I have to a client. I don't know, depends. But
but you always
uh,
yourself.
if I'm working for myself, I always be more upgrade
Colorful.
with colors. Is like a more strongly palette.
Mhm.
But if I have a client, sometimes color is not the moment. I mean, they need more like a quiet piece, or more just working with light and shadow, but not with a strong color palette. So I try always to conceive the light with color, but not at this, not precisely has to be with a strong color. Could be also worked in whites.
But always recognizable.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
That's the
I
most
think I
important
have
thing, I
my
think.
trademark in my work, even if I'm working with black and white. But yes,
That's good because it's not so easy to reach that level.
well, I don't feel like I reach the level yet, but
You can always improve and
I'm
grow,
trying
but to
to.
be recognized, to I think it's the most important thing for a designer.
Yeah, I think yes, I'm in the right path
Right way.
about that. Yeah,
Perfect. So I'm really happy, and I wish you the best luck, good luck, really for your future. And I hope we can really work together, starting from the next physical event. Like I would really like to meet you and discuss about a potential installation. That would be really great. And that's
thank
something
you.
on what we are working right now. So for sure we can talk about it. Um, I invite everyone to follow the workshop we have on May 27th.
Yes.
They will see more communications following in the next days on our social media and platform. So that's it. Like, Mariadela, thank you very much for being with us. It was really
Thank you.
interesting to chat with you.
Thank you for
And
inviting me.
and see you really very soon.
Thank you. Have a nice
Have a nice day.
day,
Bye bye.
everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.